toe-to-toe, who is going to be the big toe, as Thomas HC is lighting up the feed, but the focus is right here, right now. The grand finals, we have two, number 1 and number 2, being neighbors for this brief moment. And for somehow, Mitro Mongo, actually, Andalix, they belted. They're gone. They went right below the waterfall, and that's going to be a brief moment to extend this match right now. But right on the heels, on this rotation, is Mongo, Mitro, and Tayson, and they have to stay alive as long as possible. We're not even near the placement points. 24 right now. It needs to be the 17th place. And some of the lobby focus is creeping in. They got to be careful when the bullets are going in.
That's them underneath. That's the MCS duo underneath them, putting pressure. Tayson, this could be it. They can't go down here. Tayson's down. Mongo on 20 HP. Mitro on 20 HP. And when it looked like they had it all boxed up, when they had the trophy already on the shelf, the chickens were counted before the eggs were hatched, and now it all comes crashing down. The door is wide open. Andalix, Janice, X-Squeeze, aka Duck on Top, they only got one of those eliminations, but the 1 point is now going to close the gap, and now the math begins. They were 20 points down to start. Can they find the 19 points to make the difference here? It's all going to come down to match number 12.
And the rotation gets dangerous and more dangerous, because now they have to keep pushing into the northwest, all the way through Coral Castle, and as well have to deal with the waterfall on the other side. They have yet to capitalize every time Mongo, Mitro, and Tayson. Throughout the entire day, the door has been open, and they have yet to walk through that door. This door is just not like any other door. At the end of this door is the Grand Finals Championship. It is time. It is your opportunity to clinch it, to go up and grab it, to seize it. Don't let it slip away. Let's go.
And now it's all going to be on to them. This is the story we talked about. Just one singular opportunity, but they have to take it. An opportunity is nothing if you're not able to have the ability to capitalize. And with only the shockwaves and the peppermints and no extra shields, very limited builds, the opportunity looks like it's slamming in their face. The door ever so slowly creeping in. Storm Surge not gonna be an issue, but you see they need every point possible. If they drop, Mitro and Mongrel get their trophy. They have the chance to steal it away, but it's going to be so incredibly difficult, as you said, because look at the number of triangles between them in the safe zone, and the ambush. Janice goes down, the solo champion, falling there in a key moment when you need to have everyone together, when you need every placement point in every elimination. He falls.
Oh my goodness, it's up to Andalix, the duo champion here, to kind of form up and know the lobby focus is real. And when you're down to these kinds of mats, it's all but a matter of moments. It is second place on the ropes. Are they reeling? They might get knocked out right here, down to green HP, as Squeeze and Andalix are holding on for their tournament life and the opportunity to get the first place. It's not going to be easy. Sundown, they have a brief moment to breathe, but look at that half in and half out. They're not safe at all. There's still danger arising. Can Andalix and X-Squeeze overcome the adversity and have an opportunity to at least get a victory royale and the overall championship?
They need the space, and we talked about being fortunate to even have an opportunity, but you have to be able to capitalize, and right now, they aren't getting that chance. There's too many people in between them. They don't have the resources. They have to find a key refresher, and right now, a smart path to go forward a little bit and over the side, but as you called out right there, 7 builds, Sancho. 7 builds, 21 HP, and a dream of first place, and an Axe of Champions as they begin to rat through the catacombs, but each door you break could potentially have a surprise on the other side, especially as you creep in, and we can see the yellow tiles right through the side, but Andalix recognizes their door opens up. They can't take any fire. There's no excess shields, and this is the tournament right here. Mitro, Mongrel, and Tayson have been dropped. We're getting closer to placement points, but the only trio with a mathematical chance of catching them has their back against the wall. Nay, the wall, a massive mountain, as currently 21 HP, 121 between them, 0 shields, 2 builds on Andalix. He has to find a snipe to make this happen.
One pump shot, one edit, is enough to knock out Andalix and Squeeze, and that is why they're hoping. But look, Zone says, you know what? No way. You're going to have to go up the waterfall. Now, all of a sudden, we're at an all-time high in danger. The tournament right here is at stake. No doubt Mongraal, Mitro, and Tayson are happy, and this could be big. This could be big. This could be that refresher that they need. Let's see what that Squeeze finds. A brief moment just to relax and just breathe a sigh of relief here, but they're not done yet. They got a lot of work to do as they're unable to clean up that knock.
Oh, and a bad shockwave! Bad shockwave separates Andalix and Duck on top, and this is horrible because Andalix has no build.
No!
We talk about being a fish out of water. He's a fish in the water, and now he's done. It's all going to come down to X Squeeze, but they're into the placement points. It's a survival of the fittest, and how fitting. The story of EU has been the Lone Rangers and the clutch opportunity. X Squeeze with the opportunity to rise here and to make it a historic moment. 34 players remaining, 16 trios left, but he has a pump, a epic burst, 10 builds, and a dream, and the dream is quickly dwindling like a candle. He tries to find a little bit of space, but it's not going to work right now. Zone is closing in. He needs a refresh. He doesn't have the tools to win the game with 4 more builds.
Oh no!
Somebody in his box! He finds the box. Siberian Jake could be the gift that he needs. The damage still coming through. 43, 10 HP, and he's down. It's it. It's over. They don't rise to the occasion. Mitro and Mongraal get their first Keystone victory right there. Tayson combines as well with his solo invitational one, and we're going to ride out the final moments to see who can move up the leaderboard and earn themselves a little bit of cash.
And that is a strong opportunity for Andretta's trio. They've been silent throughout the entire day. They're in 5th place, and Andretta gets taken down, the lead slayer of that trio. So that's going to be an opportunity. So see who's going to get that game 12. It's all a matter of just technicality at the moment here, and we will be able to soon crown our Grand Finals champion. But let's see how this one rides out. We've had a month of intense FNCS trios competition. Let's see who gets the last victory royale before we close it down here on the EU side of things. And yes, a nice pickup right there. Who's going to be able to build on it? And a nice knock right there for Dwaja, Swag, and Snap. This is going to be a... Oh.
Yeah, and you want to push yourself up the leaderboard because, again, we've talked about it. There's always prize money on the line, and we've seen it plenty of times. Crew in the final game, World Cup Solos, 66-6, a monstrous performance, and who can take advantage of it? Let's see the names in the lobby. Who's still on their feet? Moraine is still up as well. On the backhand side, you can see Karma and Cartoon trying to get, or Legends and Cartoon, excuse me, trying to get a little bit more room as well. 4 trios remaining, as we can see, who can steal away the final moment and get a little bit of that screen time, get that 12th game victory royale, and it's looking good for Dwa as he also has 3 floppers in the inventory. He's going to open the edit for his teammate, and it's going to come down to a 3v2 here.
Here it is. That's Swag, Miro, and Snap right now. Swag, Snap, and Miro trying to hold on as much as possible. It's coming down to the final moments here in Game 12. Gonna go up, and there it is! Swag and Co. get the victory royale. And what a great way to end here for Game 12. But the story, the unbelievable finish, the race between 1 and 2, Sundown. Oh my.
Swag, Snap, and Miro stole game number 12 there at the end, but it was a tale of holding on through the first 6 matches, averaging over 25 points a game, getting stonewalled at the end, but finally, FaZe Mongraal, Liquid Mitro, and E11's Tayson will get that victory. It didn't matter if the Horde in Europe tried to hold them back. They were unable to dethrone the Kings, and they will sit high atop their perch. And wow, what a way to close it out. Thank you guys so much. I had an amazing opportunity and a great time casting the entirety of EU this month. My name's Sundown.
I am Sancho West, and Mongraal's trio of Tayson and Mitro are the crown jewels of the EU region. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sundown. Thank you, everybody on production side. Thank you, Fortnite fam. Zeke, Reese, Shio, thank you as well.
You know what, Sancho? Thank you. And thank you, Sundown. Thank both of you. Massive congratulations, Mongraal, Mitro, Tayson, Reese. They did it.
They did it. You know, I wrote 2 cards in preparation for today. I wrote my Andalex, Janus, and X Squeeze one. My pick.
Okay.
You know, I was backing them, but obviously I also did Mongraal, Mitro, Tayson, and this is the only one I drew a little 1 on.
With a 1
before the day started. And it seems to have come through. Huge congratulations to Mongraal, Mitro, and Tayson for picking up the first place.
And it was done in a way that we haven't seen before in the way that they adjusted on day number 2. It's very hard to have a lead and then hold on to it the entire time and end up winning at the end. Off spawn was a nightmare for this trio, but they did it at the end of the day. 194 points, the best decisions, and $111,000 for that big win.
You know, their first day was so dominant, in particular, this first game on this day as well. And then, you know, as soon as they got contested off spawn by Flickernas and Thomas HD, kind of threw total spanner in the works, but they made the right plays by moving over to Sweaty Sands and getting that victory royale. Something we did see there also is that Flick, Anas, and Thomas HD have moved up into 3rd place as well. These guys started the day in 17th.
17th. That is a whole 3 pages of Rise, a whole entire amounts of top tier trios that have to just abide by, pass by as well. In second to X Squeeze and Alex, these guys got to hold on all the way throughout, I think both days almost at the top spot. On this next page though, Kinzel, Wolfie, CRR, 135 points, 6th place overall. Every trio here, honestly, Reese, just deserves the incredible amount of support from the community and their placement overall. They played great to earn the top 10.
They did, and a top 10 placement is fantastic at this level of grand finals. And, you know, got Benji, Mr. Savage, and Lecce there. The game before popping off second with 17 eliminations, and this last game not being able to find the Dooms card, unfortunately, it being a little bit away from Doom's domain all the way up at the north. But another thing that we could also pick up on there was Nate, Bobo, and Rojo. They came through, qualifying through the wildcard match. A complete wildcard pick and ended up in 10th place. Really, really consistent placement, and just shows that anyone who can qualify through can perform if they have the games of their life.
Absolutely, all the way here from 11th to 15th place. More trios that put everything on the line. Noirix, Sniper God, Kira coming in 8th in their heat and 14th overall, just scraping by with a clutch top 5 placement in the heats, and now 14th overall, beating half the trios in the lobby. Safik as well, one of the people that I just found out about this FNCS in terms of watching the gameplay. The most clutch player I have seen so far in EU, next to those top 5 teams that we saw as well. Shockwave plays this guy was making in day number 1. Day number 2, clutch plays as well. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and his teammate Siberia, you know, a name that has been in the scene for so long, but somehow, since the inception of his game here, he's been called Siberia Jake, and it's been continuing all the way through, and his name is just Siberia, and that's the one. It's a legacy that's lasted him through players and everything. So, moving on to our 16th to 20th page here, some teams that we thought would be a little bit more consistent there, like iDrops Trio, but still performing very, very well, getting to that grand final stage, and still some really nice prize money for them too.
Congratulations to our new FNCS champions. They will be claiming the Axe of Champions for Mitro and Mongraal. This will be the first time they can just take a breath and bask in the sun. Their climb is done. These veterans have finally earned the respect, the Axe, the recognition, the prize money. Earned it. They've had it, but now it is a statement. They can say, you know what? Never question us again. And for Tayson, he gets to once again hold on to the Axe of Champions. We're going to take a look at our predictions. We made these calls, and ultimately, Sancho West came out on top, calling the team that he believed, he backed, he put his heart and soul into, and they did not disappoint.
Man, good work. I'm just going to say good work. It was a good pick. came in first. I've got to say, Floki, Kamlent, and Nakos with Sundown's pick was great. They came in 7th. Some really consistent games from them. My pick, Andalix, Janus, and X-Squeeze, very, very close. We pretty much watched that all of today and how that fight happened between Mongraal, Mitro, and Tayson, how they clashed over and over and over again, and how tense it was. That last game had me on the edge of my seat, thinking they could clutch it up and I could pick